Hi guys. So one of the most common questions I get asked is what to do with Cloudburst Totem. And I made a guide a long time ago. It was really the first video I ever made, and so wasn't really happy with the quality of that nowadays. So I wanted to do an update here on Cloudburst Totem because I think it is, if you're going to play Resto Shaman, still the most important. It's the most important thing to understand to take your gameplay to the next level. So the best way conceptually to think about Cloudburst Totem is it's this thing you fill up like a bucket, for example, and you have it available at least for the duration of it, which is 15 seconds, and you can use it whenever you like to fill gaps in your healing. It's a buffer that fills gaps in your healing, and you can play around the fact that you are, while you're healing, filling up this bucket with water, right? That's a good way to think about it. So if we look here at this Notorious pack that I've slowed down the clip for everybody to watch, is I've already put Cloudburst Totem down before we even pulled this, because I know what the damage of this pack looks like, and I know it's very high, especially on Fortified, right? I'm sure if you heal this dungeon, you know it well. And what I'll do after that, you'll see it's happening. I've pressed Ancestral Guidance already, and I'm AoE healing. I'm popping Healing Surges on people. I'm popping Tidebringer Empowered Chain Heals. And towards the end of my Ancestral Guidance, I've already filled up this Cloudburst Totem here with over 1 million healing. Okay, that's 30% extra of my healing is going in here, and there's over 1 million healing in here. So by the time my AG falls off, I have this 1 million bucket, and I release it and spread that 1 million onto the party. So let's go ahead and take a look at some more clips and different damage patterns here. We'll take a look at some different dungeons as well, and kind of get an idea of how Cloudburst Totem works in different scenarios. So this is, of course, the last boss here, and if you've healed this boss, you know the damage pattern by now, right? He summons the ad, pulses big AoE damage onto everybody, the ad dies, and then the damage stops. So a perfect candidate for Cloudburst Totem usage. You put your Cloudburst down before the ad comes out, you heal everybody during the ad, and then towards the end, when the ad dies, you have this Cloudburst Totem available to top everyone back off. Or, in a scenario in this boss, when the Chain Lightning overlaps with the AoE damage, you can use your Cloudburst Totem as a way to rescue somebody who has the AoE circle on them and they might be at risk of dying. You can release your Cloudburst Totem early there and try to keep them alive with it. So let's take a look here in Neltharis. This is, of course, Forge Master Gorick, the upstairs boss, and another really great boss to showcase how Cloudburst Totem shines and why you should be using it. This is one of the hardest healing checks in this season, in my opinion. Just a ton of AoE damage, but a lot of it is very predictable. So we'll see coming up here, every phase that he does is exactly the same. The pattern's the same. There's nothing too wonky about it, right? He jumps to the middle, Might of the Forge, burst of AoE damage, then he smashes his hammer 3 times. 1, 2, 3, right? Then he'll throw his shield, this Blazing Aegis, which will hit 3 different people and put this nasty dot on them. Now, Cloudburst Totem really good here, right? You see, you're filling the Cloudburst up during the hammer smashes. Then when the dot hits, you have this bucket filled up already, and you release it towards the end. Everyone's full health. You're preparing again for the next phase. So let's watch it again here. Might of the Forge. We've got a Spirit Link down for this one, and the Cloudburst down is 1, 2, 3. A little bit nasty on this one, right? Or a little bit, that's what the Spirit Link was down, but we have the dot going out again, the shield. And if you look on the right there, the weak ore is on the right this time. I moved it. We got a 700 at 800k Cloudburst down. Fills everyone except our Warlock, the Coomer up. And it's the same thing every time, right? And we'll watch it again if we like. Repetition is key for something like this. Go in here and practice this on your own, of course. Might of the Forge, Cloudburst is down. 1, 2, 3. You see over there, we already have 550k into the Cloudburst. Here comes the dot. Gonna pop a couple chain heals, make sure everyone's topped, release the Cloudburst. You know, it's not gonna top everybody, right? But you have it there in case everyone either is in danger. If people are not in danger of dying, you hold the Cloudburst until expiration, and it fills that gap for you in the healing, right? How about this one now? We take a look at Watcher Iridius and Halls of Infusion, and another, predictable AoE damage coming here, Static Surge. I have the Cloudburst Totem down. We're filling up with chain heals. We're popping Healing Surges on people, keeping everybody alive. And now that the damage is over, I release my Cloudburst, and everyone's kind of topped here. It's important to top people here, right? Because we know this AoE, the ground poop is coming. We drop the ground poop. If people are not top, they're gonna die to this, right? On higher keys. So good use of Cloudburst there to do that. Let's watch again here in the next one. This is a pretty bad overlap. The Cloudburst is already down. We've got the chain heals going. The same thing, right? The same idea. It's the same idea every time. Cloudburst goes down. Put healing into it. Heal people up, and then the Cloudburst is there at the end. Want pop? Everyone's full. Here comes the ground shit. Get out of it. Easy. Same thing every time. Let's keep going here. We'll take a look at Hackclaw's Warband in Brackenhide. And this is a good example of when you want to potentially pop your Cloudburst early, right? Because the Gash Frenzy here is putting this nasty Grievous on people, this physical dot. And you want to get rid of it as quickly as possible. So let's just look at this in slow motion. I think this is important. I'm preparing here before the pull, getting Riptides and everybody, getting the Primordial Wave out. The Cloudburst is already down before we even pulled the boss, because I know immediately Gash Frenzy is coming out, right? So here's the Gash Frenzy. I've got Riptides on as many people as I can. Gonna use the Healing Wave Cleave combo from the Primordial Wave, paired with Ancestral Guidance, to fill this Cloudburst up as quickly as possible. 600k already in, and I see these last two bleeds go out here. I pop the Cloudburst early, and it tops both of them. So, you know, there's countless clips like this that I can find, right? I can go in and look at any number of bosses and any number of trash packs, and the same thing, right? Here's the last boss of Uldaman. Again, predictable AoE damage. You know when it's happening if you've done the boss before. So, you know, honestly, I really do get this question all the time. What is Cloudburst? How does it work? What's the best way to use it, right? There's no good way to answer that, because the totem itself is very, very simple. It's just a totem you put there, and then 30% of your healing is replicated into it. So you get 30% extra healing into the totem. The totem lasts for 15 seconds, then it expires, or you release it early. It's that simple. It's a bucket of healing. It's not more complicated than that. So I guess what people are really getting at, or the question they're really asking is, like, how do I optimize my usage of this? And for me, at least when I first started using it, it felt like I was just dropping it. I didn't even know it was there. I didn't have a way to track it. I didn't know when it expired. So not you know, being able to tangibly kind of feel those things, you don't really understand what it's doing, right? You don't feel that it's doing anything. So I think the best way for people to learn how to use Cloudburst Totem is to get a weak aura that tracks Cloudburst. It puts an icon on your screen when you drop Cloudburst. Then the icon goes away when the Cloudburst expires. And this great weak aura it shows kind of a general estimate of how much healing is inside the totem. What I've done is I added some sounds to it, because I'm an audio player. I play with sound effects, and I use different audio cues to you know, understand how things are going on in the game. So sound effects with weak auras is something I use a lot, and it really helped me get better at Cloudburst Totem, to have an audio cue when the Cloudburst Totem is dropped, when it initially is placed, and an audio cue, a different one, for when it expires. I hope everyone finds this guide helpful. If you have any questions at all, please, you know, I'll try to answer them in the comments if you want to leave them there. And I'll also, in the YouTube description, I'll drop a link to the weak aura that I use for Cloudburst Totem, the one with the sound effects as well. Feel free to go in, change the sound effects, or remove them if you like. It's just the basic Cloudburst value weak aura that's available for public use, and I just added my own sounds to it. All right, so good luck, and if you have any questions, please let me know. If you found this video helpful, please leave a like and subscribe. I would really appreciate that. And thank you guys for watching.